had stuff going on. I was so busy, but I will next week should settle down a little bit, and I will stop in and talk to Timmy, and we'll figure out that streaming how to do it.
And we might still not have to do that. We'll see. They approved what they're going to do with the translator and offered all apparently just thinking it might be faster than we were originally thinking.
Okay.
So I just got to double check with him too.
Okay, well, yeah.
Cause, yeah.
I'll give you a week.
Perfect.
Before I do anything anyway.
Cool. And we'll have dual sponsors, so it'll be pretty fun.
I believe that.
So,
yeah. Who's my okay.
We'll be rocking. I think Jim's got camera on. Are you doing Thursday too, Jim?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's gonna be big.
Yeah,
that'll be fun. That'll be fun. So, right on, yeah. Yeah, no, Tim's like, we gotta get that cozy. I go, I need a mic stand in here too, Tim. Come on, Tim. No, but yeah, all right, thanks, guys. I will talk soon.
So are you
not terribly. What you got?
So, are you good with moderately recent pop culture?
I suppose I'm like 50-50.
Well, okay, so my daughter, February 13th,
okay,
she does game club night on Thursdays.
Okay.
And she asked me if I wanted to be on part of the trivia show.
Okay.
And I said, sure. And then she said, you want to find your own team or should I set up a team? Because it's going to be three people going against the bartender, but the bartender gets to choose category.
Okay.
And I said, well, so I have a text in with Timmy. Because Timmy and I actually...
Oh, I bet, right? Yeah.
I can do sports and history, and he can do old music and old pop culture and some science stuff that we did stuff that no one else in the world did.
Right. That's very true. Yeah, that dude is, yes.
But, and movies, like...
Right, movies and stuff, he's on top of it.
Yeah, but like from the... Before 1985.
Right.
More recently, he's hitting miss.
Right.
So it's like, I mean, Tim and I would be cool with someone who would also be maybe a little bit newer pop culture and music, like right now, yesterday's stuff, right? But a little more recent.
Not as good at that, like movies and stuff. I mean, I would be down to just hang out. No stuff like that. So,
That might be fun too, because I mean, it's kind of a little cross-pollination too.
right.
Did the morning show
Oh, yeah.
over there. We got the
Best, yeah.
We've got the last 11 years of the morning.
That's right. Yeah, that'd be
Other than
better.
our
Yeah. No, he would be, somebody like that would be good. Those dudes, like, they can start. He goes all the time. Yeah. But that's like when we talk, when I need something like more modern, he's the guy that I kind of go to.
Well, maybe I'll swim in and yell at them.
Yeah, see what you got going on.
See if I can argue.
Yeah.
I talk, yeah, you can come over and watch.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Just to get out.
I talk, when they go from 6 to 8, I said, I'll never do that. He said, I'll give you the first slot. It'll be done by 7. I said, oh, I'll try that. That might be close.
That might work. Maybe borderline, boy.
We'll be home by 7:15.
15, Tim will be okay. Right on time to go to sleep. That'd be We'll see what we get done. That'd be cool, man.
I'll swim in tomorrow after the catch up.
Rock on. Right on, so you have a good call tonight?
All right.
We'll rock and roll.
hot chocolate, but now it's chilled. It's chocolate milk now.
It's chilled.
It's chilled, so it's chocolate milk. Same top shelf that we got in Fruitville on. Yep. Oh, good. Now that was a slashing call. Acted like he was cutting off his arm with his signal.
game like hockey, is there?
That's true.
I wonder if lacrosse has this much encounters with players, threatening each other and whacking each other with sticks. And
Kind of thing. I don't think, well, I don't know, maybe it does. Lacrosse has as many stoppages. This goalie likes to look good. He makes stoppages.
it's the flurry in him.
Yeah, a little bit.
I wish I knew how long senior night was going to take.
Well, that's tonight, huh?
Yeah. JV game is over. Let's go 6:40. Senior night will take 10 minutes, won't it?
No idea.
So as long as you got your the YouTube broadcast going, take the logo out when they're doing senior day and zoom in on the parents and kids. People like to see that. See all the YouTube watchers just thank me. I got you your picture for that.
So it's a before the game thing.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be. I don't know. I would guess they're going to do it after warm-ups. I don't know if they'll do it before or after they resurface.
Who's our buddy?
Blake, the king of Chuckapuck.
I haven't won. I did win a pizza one time.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes they wear off this one for a pizza.
Yeah, I didn't know if you'd be here tonight or if you'd be over What, Rockridge Hermantown tonight, or what is? Or Rockridge Hibbing, yeah.
Last Thursday I was down in the cities.
Yeah.
Wasn't very good. I mean, it's
No.
Brainerd's not good. But yeah, Thursday night should be fun. That's a big game.
That's a big game. Well, it's a pretty big game tonight. It's a pretty big game. I mean,
Yeah.
I would say Duluth Marshall's probably in that 5-6 range. I mean, and they've had some decent results.
Probably, yeah. I would say around 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when they played Cloquet in Hermantown, they've done well.
Yeah.
Even Rock Ridge, they lost 4-1, so definitely
Yeah. Beat Gentry.
Gentry up there, yeah. I didn't see that one. Yeah, then they play, I think they played, the last game they played Princeton, I think it was.
Yeah.
Shot them.
Looking forward to seeing maybe he fills up the stat sheet when he's playing weaker teams, but that Bennett Sissons with 58 points, I mean, that's a lot of points.
Any kind of different names that are going to be playing in the roster?
So that's the line chart I got. And Marsalik.
Pretty much straightforward, the names are
What?
all the names are pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I think so. I looked through, the rest of them didn't. It is Grumdahl. Grum. Not Groom. And it's senior night tonight, just in case. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm not on now. I'm giving it a guess. Yeah. What? Yeah, what do you got? Miskovich, Gunderson, Roloff, Carpenter, Bymark, Joseph Miskovich. You forget him sometimes. Oh, and Drennan, right? Or is Drennan's a senior too, isn't he? Yep. Oh. Yeah, and then, well, if you include the 8 days, a week from tonight it's Denfeld. That's like 4 section games in 8 days. So if they beat Rockridge and one other team, they're the number one. You go, I mean, they could go two. They could literally, I think, go 2-2 if one of your wins is Rockridge, and then any one of the other three. Yeah, yeah. At least that's my opinion. But Rockridge would be the one if they beat them. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you.
I'll let you know, number 5 is Joe Dick.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's not number 9 on JV.
Okay, but 5 is Joe Dick.
Yeah, it's using Will's number.
Thank you. Not quite Boston Bruins colors, but those are the old Evelyn Gilbert away jerseys.
Okay.
The old gold, you remember the Golden Bears?
Yep, I sure do.
Look like the same jersey to me. Just put Duluth Marshall in front.
What's that?
Just put Duluth Marshall in front instead of out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good evening. Welcome to Yanmar Arena. It is Grand Rapids Thunderhawk hockey section matchup tonight as they take on the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers here from Yanmar Arena. Grand Rapids coming off that 4-0 loss to St. Thomas Academy. They come in at 13-6-0 and needing some section wins. 4 straight section games, 3 of them at home coming up for the Thunderhawks in the next 8 days. Tonight, Duluth Marshall. Thursday, a big one here against Rockridge. The Wolverines coming to town at Andover on Saturday, and then here against Duluth Denfeld a week from tonight. And Grand Rapids needing some wins to solidify that #1 seed in the section playoffs, coming in against Duluth Marshall team that's really no slouch. 10-7-2, one of those ties, a 2-2 tie to Hermantown early in the season. Yeah, they in the last few games they've lost by 1 to Hibbing Chisholm, by 1 to Holy Family, and an 8-5 win over Princeton. And also Bennett Sissons, we'll talk about him a little more, the 11th grader with 58 points on the season, 21 goals, and 37 assists. Thunderhawks taking on the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers on senior night. So we'll have some of those festivities as well here tonight. We'll take our first break, and when we come back, it is Super Joe looking back at the loss to St. Thomas Academy on Saturday. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com. Three, Joe segment, then 3 and back to me. Is this Stacy?
How did Hermantown not get him?
Good to have you running board tonight, Stacy. Let's have a good one.
They're not double A. I would say Hermantown misses out on those players because they're not double A. You want to play double A hockey, and you have choices. You can play for East, you can play for Marshall. Cloquet isn't double A anymore, but hey. I think the question is, how many hockey players does the Duluth area produce? Is there enough for 2 top double A teams and a top single A team in the area? I don't know. It's not like West Suburban. You know, it's not like West Suburbia where I don't know how many double A teams you can make. Then we go to St. Thomas Academy, and 3 of their 5 starters are from Edina. Crazy. How good would Edina be if they had 5 kids from Edina in their lineup, 3 of them starters.
Yeah.
How good would Edina be with those 5 players yet?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy that kids have choices.
Well, I'll guarantee you there's some Edina players playing at Cavill and some of the Bill Murray, but I was thinking more of the Western, Holy Family, stuff like that.
Hey, Joe, SK?
Yes.
Greetings.
Greetings and salutations.
Hello, hello.
Hello to all of our YouTube followers who are watching warm-ups with rapt attention. We did a lot of extra ads on Friday.
Oh, for the outdoor game? Yeah, I think it did.
Told Rochelle just keep putting them in. We made it through 4 times.
See ya? See ya? She's got tonight's lightning game as well.
Oh, it was cold.
We made it through.
I did make it through.
Good work.
Did you like the selfie?
I did, yes.
Did you see Rapid starting lineup?
Did not yet.
Luca Roloff, Caleb Gunderson on defense. Up front, it'll be Weimar Drennan and Joey Miskovich. It's senior night.
It is senior night. My first indicator was Gunderson on defense.
Yes.
Huh. Has he played there before? At varsity that you've noticed?
On the power play.
Yeah, right, right.
Sissons.
That's very close. 22.
What, Kai Rittenhouse?
Yeah. That just sounds like another name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What's up, fellas? How we doing? Doing fine. Doing fine. How are you guys? Good. I'm not. I'm not. I'll be out of town, but yeah, should be a good one.
Yeah, well, this one,
Yep.
big game.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Joe Dick on
15, not 5.
Perfect. Welcome back to the pregame show on J105 with Sean Bartlett, head coach of the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers. And just looking, one of the better seasons for Duluth Marshall hockey in the past few.
Yeah, we've done a good job of winning the games that we had in front of us early in the season, and now we're kind of getting into the meat of our season, and our team's really looking forward to some Section 7 AA games, and we got a quality opponent tonight.
Well, and as you kind of look back over the schedule, some good results against Hermantown and a close one against Cloquet.
Yeah, we've been in every game pretty much. We've had the opportunity to win. We've had some real nice results. Like you said, the Hermantown win was a nice step for our team to make, and we've had a couple nice wins against some teams like Gentry Academy this year and Providence Academy at the holiday tournament, and we're just hoping at this point in the season we're playing our best hockey. So.
And I guess what's been the key for taking that step forward and winning some of these quality games?
Yeah, we've this is my third season here, and we've had some lower numbers when I first started with the program, and now we've kind of built our program up. Some of our younger players have gotten a little bit older. We've added some depth, and that certainly helped us to compete against some of the big boys.
Well, and certainly running a private school program in Duluth, which isn't a huge city, it's not like running it in suburban Twin Cities. Getting the players and building the program takes a lot of work.
Yeah, it does. Our guys are, not only quality athletes, but they're academically strong as well too, and that's something that our school really takes pride in as well. As we have a great hockey program, but our guys come to Marshall for the academics as well too, and they're definitely ready to take the next step in both avenues when they're seniors. So.
You mentioned a quality opponent in Grand Rapids, and it really looks like the top 5 seeds. There may be a little pecking order in 7 AA, but there's a lot to be decided yet. Yeah,
there's not much that is clear at this point. We know that Rapids is going to be in that 1-2 spot. They've had a great season. They've taken care of business, and we're excited for this one. These are the games you get excited for when you're playing one of the top teams in the state. So.
Well, and I know just glancing through, you have a standout forward who's really filling up the net. How much do you depend on him, and what are some of his, what he brings to the game?
I'm assuming you're maybe talking about Bennett.
Yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember the name. I just remember the stats.
Yeah, Bennett. He's developed a lot over the last couple years, from Bantam hockey to high school hockey, and now his second year on our varsity team. He played Elite League this past year, and we've just seen him make steps every single year in his development, and it's just a time and effort he puts into his craft, into the game, and we saw some good results out of him last year, and he's taken that next step for sure this year.
Are there particular things that he really does well?
He's just a hard worker. He's a guy that we know is just going to compete every single night, and he's not happy when he doesn't show up on the score sheet, and I think that's a good quality to have as a forward.
Well, good luck, Coach. Good to have you here in Rapids again.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And that is Sean Bartlett, head coach of the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers. Both teams coming back out on the ice after the resurface. So I'm not sure what's going on with senior night. I assume we're still going to get senior night introductions.
Yeah, it looks like it. It appears that there's
a camera
couple,
person.
Yeah, another one to your far right there. So, yeah, it does look like we'll still get some senior night introductions here as Grand Rapids just now hitting the ice. And no music or anything, just a nice quiet entrance here.
There you go. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of jump ahead, and I'm going to say welcome back to the pregame show, but we're going to make sure we get our Grant Clafton interview in here and go right to that here on the pregame show on J105. Welcome back to the pregame show on J105 with Grant Clafton, head coach of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. And sometimes we talk a little bit before we turn the recorder on. We didn't do that at all today, so I'll just go with this. That had to be a frustrating first period against St. Thomas. It looked like you did most everything right and still came away on the short end of the score.
Frustrating, I guess, in some ways, yeah. I mean, we would have obviously have liked to score, but I thought that our effort was great. I thought the kids really played hard, and we definitely had some opportunities to score some goals, and it just didn't go in. And once we get our power play back on track, we're right in all these games against the top teams that we're currently losing to. So, we just got to get going on that, and I think we're going to be fine. But really proud of the effort the kids had.
Well, and I guess it's easy maybe to have the confidence be a little bit shaken when you go out and you don't have the results against the top teams. What's the team's psyche like right now?
I think they're proud of their effort, and I think that they just trust in the fact that eventually they're going to go in. We were getting breaks for the first half of the year, and now they're not completely going our way, but it's just one of those things when it just got to work harder. I mean, when it's not going great, you work harder, and eventually you dig out of it.
So, and again in the first period, the two breakdowns were two odd man rushes. Mm-hmm. Was that a result of that forecheck not quite working the way you hoped?
Yeah, we had a couple of guys get caught deep in. One of them was for sure just kind of a misread, but I think it's like the second or third game that we've really been running it, and we've been able to practice it. And honestly, I thought there was two mistakes off of the forecheck, and that happened to be one of them.
And against a good team, they're going to make you pay.
Oh yeah, I mean, your first shot of the game can't be a grade A from Jackson Ruda. I mean, yep. he's gonna make you pay for that one.
So when we talked about the fact that result-wise, there wasn't a lot hanging on a few of those games. This week and next week, there certainly are.
Yeah, there are for sure. I mean, it's a mini playoff. I mean, basically, we play a team that we could play in the quarterfinals today. We play a team on Thursday that we could play in the semis or the finals, and then the same thing on Saturday. And then we got Denfeld that we got to make sure we take care of our business.
And I guess seeding in a lot of ways is still up in the air in Section 7, I would guess.
Yeah, I think nothing's ironclad. I mean, we have 4 section games left that obviously make a difference. I think there's some other teams that have games left against other section opponents. So, yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of hockey to be played.
And talking about Duluth Marshall, they've had some pretty decent results against some top teams, including a tie with Hermantown. This team is no slouch this year.
No, I mean, they got some good individual players and they've had success, with the schedule that they've had, and they've played some good teams. Like you said, they took Hermantown to the brink, and I think they had a close one with Cloquet, possibly.
I believe
too.
so, yep.
They're capable. So, I mean, everything's predicated on how we come out. Are we ready to play? Are we going to take the body? Are we going to finish checks? Are we going to keep our composure? It's just the same thing. It doesn't matter who you're playing.
And it does look like they have one standout player who gets a big percentage of their goals and points. Is that someone you have to pay special attention to, or not really?
We don't really pay special attention to anybody other than the fact that, we have to know where those guys are on the ice, and we got to make sure that we're playing the body and not cheating the game, or players like that, or capable players like that are able to sting you, and that's kind of what we have to contain.
I think in the post game after the St. Thomas game, Gus Drennan said the goal is to go hard to the net and hit anything that moves. Is that pretty much what the message?
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to be running around hitting guys, but I mean, we want to follow the forecheck, and I mean, I'm a big believer in one hand on the stick to make sure that you're getting in there to create turnovers, and it's amazing. We've done a lot of that the last couple games, and like just creating tips and bad passes and manufacturing turnovers just by doing that little simple thing. And then, yeah, when you come down the wall, you better be hitting your guy. I mean,
and the other thing that it looks like this team is improving as the season has gone is that transition through neutral ice is getting cleaner.
Yeah, it is. I think our D do a really good job with that. They're moving their feet a little bit more and dragging the puck and allowing our forwards to get back and actually get into some sync and get some speed going. And I mean, the only way you can have a good neutral zone is if you can get back to the puck, right? And keep moving. And it's all about transition there. But it's a two-way street. It's not just the forwards coming back. It's the defensemen getting back fast to pucks, dragging it back, creating time and space for those forwards to kind of get in position.
Well, good luck tonight. I know it's a big week with 3-section games.
I look at it as 4-section games, but yeah, thank you.
And that is Grant Clafton, who's counting next week's Tuesday Duluth-Denfeld game in those 4.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Why not?
4 and 8 days.
That's most important stretch of the schedule, I think, so far, and probably overall.
I would say that's true. Starting lineups brought to you by Skoglund Electric, proud to be your hometown electrician, proud to support all Thunderhawk sports, and proud to provide first-rate electrical service work in the Grand Rapids area. First 4 Duluth Marshall. They will start Landon Wheeler in net, 6-6-2 with a .910 save percentage. On defense will be Owen Marsalik and Leighton Anderson, a senior and a junior. Marsalik with 21 goals on the season. And up front will be Max Beresford, Benson Peterson, and Kyler Black. And that's the starting lineup for the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers. Almost Boston Bruins colors, but I would say Evelyn Gilbert colors. The old Evelyn Gilbert Golden Bears. That's the jersey.
Yep, that's closer to it. I love the gold stripes. They look like bumblebees out there, Sheldon.
Yeah, I love it. The Thunderhawks on senior night will start all seniors. Ryder Miskovich, 5-0 in net. And on defense will be Caleb Gunderson and Luka Roloff. Up front, Ryan Weimark, Gus Drennan, and Joey Miskovich. All senior lineup starting for the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. And those are all the seniors except, no, I think those are all the seniors. Except Job Carpenter, I guess.
Yeah, I believe that's right.
So that's your starting lineup, brought to you again by Skoglund Electric, and they are proud to be your hometown electrician, hardworking and personable, just like Thunderhawk Sports. We'll take a break, come back with the drop of the puck. Grand Rapids and Duluth Marshall next on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com. And let's go 3.5. Living on the edge.
That's what we do.
That's right. And here we go at Yanmar Arena. Puck drop at center ice. Grand Rapids in the home whites going from right to left. As Roloff goes rink wide, Gunderson tries to find it on the far side. Banged up the half wall. Turnover as Duluth Marshall gets it in. Anderson's shot goes behind the net. It'll be put towards the blue line, but out to center ice. Anderson back to get it again. Anderson in his own zone goes up the wall, and tipping it in was Black. Thunderhawks will get back to their regular rotation. Oh, and an injury at center ice. And we'll have an icing call. Getting up slowly is Benson Peterson, and I did not see what happened.
It was away from the puck. Wasn't a whole lot of contact. Looked like one of those flyby incidental contact things, but he is off on his own power, thankfully.
And the face-off will be back in the Duluth Marshall zone on an IEDC icing. You can shine a light on economic development in our community by calling Itasca Economic Development Corporation. Thunderhawks fight for the draw and trying to work their way in. Back to the point. Ryla shot, goal! Roll off! And it's 1-0. Ryla will get an assist as Luka Roloff gets his 6th of the season, and just like that, it's 1-0 Grand Rapids.
Well, these teams met in November of last year, and Roloff scored 14 seconds in. This year, he scores first, 49 seconds in, so the Roloff very early goals against Marshall continues back-to-back years here. A pretty simple shot, and Rapids up 1-0.
Nice setup by Ryla. I like how he found Roloff in traffic. They went from low to high, and Ryla will get, I'm sure, one assist. Thunderhawks onside as Gunderson comes in. And now the puck comes out to center ice. Working his way ahead is Beresford. Beresford loses the puck. Back to get it is Will Miskovich. Puck again behind the Grand Rapids net. Palachek on the far side. He'll flip it up the boards. Doesn't get out. Long shot goes wide of the net from the point on the near side. Kept in by Sacco. Thunderhawks will try it again on the far side as Bymark is pushed against the boards. Still fighting for it. Now Gunderson. Gunderson takes it to Salisbury. Good to see Salisbury back on the ice. He's missed the last couple games with a shoulder problem. Seth Carlson still out with a knee issue. He hopes to be back in a week or so. Roloff backhands it up the boards. Comes all the way down the ice. It'll come on net. So Wheeler has to play it. No icing called. Off the boards, it's stopped by Roloff, who puts it in front of the net. He was trying to actually looking for Dylan Clayton out front. Did you get the assists on the goals?
This may change. Lone assist, Jamison Duell.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we thought Ryla would get another one as well.
Comes back to the point. Rabers keeps it in, shot right on, and they score! In front of the net, it's Bymark who tucks it through the pads of Wheeler. Wheeler thought he had it stopped, and Bymark pushed it in.
Just kept poking away, did Ryan Bymark. He's one of the seniors here tonight as well. So 2 seniors on the board early here for Grand Rapids. First Roloff at 49 seconds, and now Bymark follows it up just a couple minutes later.
So the Thunderhawks a 2-0 lead. Our good friend Skydog said 6-2. And boy, right now he looks like Grand Rapids looks like they may even beat that estimate.
Yeah, and first periods haven't been super strong for pouring in goals for Grand Rapids. Different stories so far tonight.
Through center ice, chasing it in is Ryla, but it goes too far for him. And we'll have an icing call, an IEDC icing. We'll bring the face-off back in the Grand Rapids zone. Be interested, I see right now the defensive pairing of Salisbury and Stupar. And be interesting to see how Stupar's ice time continues with Salisbury back on the ice, but he had worked his way into a lot of ice time.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how those roles develop when guys go out with injuries, and even more interesting when they come back.
As the puck shot into the Duluth Marshall zone, and Wheeler gets a quick whistle. By mark from Jackson Rabers. That one I can that one I can agree with.
Yes, and again, we'll see if Rila gets an assist added to that.
Didn't you think
goal.
he had that pass?
I thought, but
okay,
maybe both our eyes deceived us.
It could be. I usually don't mistake an 8 for a 14, but you know, eyes are getting old. Palachek to the point as Gunderson takes a slap shot that's deflected high over the net. Now Will Miskovich tries to put it behind the net. That doesn't connect. Back to the point. Gunderson goes rink wide for Stupar. Stupar launches it at the net, and it comes in on Wheeler, who gloves it and holds it for a face-off.
So we have Luka Roloff at the 49-second mark. As of right now, lone assist to Jamison Duell, and then it was Ryan Bymark poking away in front. He gets the goal. Rabers the assist at 2:35.
Clayton going up against Shakti. I wrote down, Shakti.
That's a tough one.
Got the right pronunciation. And now coming into the zone was Hernesman. Hernesman has the puck poked off his stick, comes outside the blue line, and Duluth Marshall has to retreat. So Grand Rapids a little bit of room to set it up as they start behind their own net. Roloff pokes it up the boards. Drennan, tap pass ahead. Thunderhawks get it into the zone as Drennan chases it in against Marsalik. Drennan backhands it behind the net. Bymark pulls it back looking for Job Carpenter, and it goes all the way down the ice. Thunderhawks try to move it through center ice quickly. They'll go for a change as Rila jumps on, loses an edge, and loses the puck. Puck comes to the point, kept in there for a moment by Duell as the puck goes to the far side. Rabers ahead to Rila, who spins and puts it in deep. 2-0 Grand Rapids, 12:18 to go first period. Garski fights for it but can't control it as it comes out to center ice. Thunderhawks back in. Nice move by Salisbury. Salisbury in front. Wheeler the save. Rebound comes to Rila, who can't put it through. Now the puck in front. They score! I'm not sure who put it in. There's two players there. Salisbury and Duell are both there. I think it'll be Duell who will get credit for the goal. At least he thinks so.
Yeah, just tremendous traffic in front there by the Thunderhawks as they jump out to an early lead. And Duell gets the final whack at it. Just kind of like the Bymark goal. They just keep poking away, and it goes in. I think the netminder may have gone down a little early. Puck came in either a little slower or quicker than he may have thought at first.
And Coach Bartlett wants to talk about this. This is a very early timeout as the Thunderhawks roll to a 3-0 lead, 11:55 in. And see all of that play. I always say when you play top-level opponents and get beat, it still can go two ways. It gets you up to speed and you're a much better team, but if it gets in your head and you lose confidence, it can be worse. This looks like a confident team rolling here against a Duluth Marshall team that's not terrible.
Well, and especially that first period against the Cadets, where at one point, wasn't Rapids up in shots like 6-1?
Yes, they were.
I know, obviously, the one shot.
And down on the scoreboard 1-0.
Right, but still, just the way they played, they're thinking, hey, if we keep doing this against everybody, we can have success. And so far, they're having a lot of it here tonight, as that goal comes at 5:05 from Duell. And now the Thunderhawks are like, what do we do from here? We're not used to having a 3-goal lead in the first.
And early in the first. We're not even halfway through. And I was watching to see, but Landon Wheeler is coming back in net. Another thing a coach, not that the goals have been terrible against Wheeler, but, you just, that can get in a goalie's head too. As the Thunderhawks at neutral ice, turning is Palachek. Palachek puts on the brakes. Roloff can't get through on the boards. Miskovich takes his band to the boards, comes out front. No one can get to it. Pinching in is Carpenter, goes behind the net to Palachek. Palachek out to the point. Shot from Carpenter, hits a stick and goes wide. Puck flipped off the glass and stopped there by Carpenter. Thunderhawks at neutral ice, can't control it as turning is Peterson. Peterson loses the puck. Thunderhawks come back in. Centering pass hits the side of the net. Back to the point to Roloff. Roloff looks for a lane, shot right on, and the rebound doesn't get through. Roloff will try it again from the point. Instead, he'll go to the half wall to Bymark. Bymark flips it toward the net. That's blocked. And coming out is Beresford. Beresford at neutral ice. Now Roloff picks it up. Roloff into the Duluth Marshall zone. Back to get it is Rello Height. Puck in front. Drennan tried to get a shot off. Couldn't quite do it. As the puck comes out to center, Herdesman jumps in the rush. Shot right on, and Miskovich makes the save and holds. And that's the first shot on Miskovich. Salisbury getting the assist on the Duell goal.
Yeah, 3 goals and so far 3 lone assists for Grand Rapids here tonight.
Face-off will be, we're not giving out points freely here. Thunderhawks win the draw in their own zone. Off the boards as they try to come out to center ice. Drennan moves it ahead. Leighton Anderson can't control it for Duluth Marshall as the puck comes in deep. Back to get it there is Salko. Salko moves it up to the half wall. An interesting line out here now. This is Joey Miskovich, Gus Drennan, and Nathan Garski out on a line. Carpenter loses an edge, able to move it to the point, and that could be the just as a shot right on. Miskovich makes the save as we get Duell out there. Duell has a goal and an assist already tonight as Garski stick handles through neutral ice. Puck in the Grand Rapids zone. Ryla, his cross ice pass. Oh, what a athletic pickup of that pass that was behind him by Roloff. Roloff goes back to Ryla, and the puck relayed deep into the zone. Puck moved to the near side as Duell throws a body, goes to the far side, and clipping it out is Sissons. For a guy who has 58 points, I haven't really noticed him yet. Into the Duluth Marshall zone. Ryla was hoping that puck squirted through to him, didn't quite make it. Now Roloff spins, gets it to Garski. Garski's shot goes wide. Roloff picks it up on the half wall at the far side. He's taken off his skates, and we're going to have a whistle. And what did they call? Must have called a hand pass on Roloff after he went down.
Hey, Grand Rapids Hockey is brought to you by Ray Sport Marine, Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital, Mr. Furnace, Grand Rapids State Bank, and Atchison Tire.
SNS Meats bringing you the YouTube stream this period. Thunderhawks win the draw. Try to get it out to center. That's blocked. Little drag move trying to get it in on net was Beresford. That didn't connect, and the Thunderhawks back through neutral ice. As trying to go wide on the play was Palachek. He's rubbed out on the boards, and a long pass ahead. Misses connection, and we'll have an icing call brought to you by Itasca Economic Development Corporation. And the face-off back in the Duluth Marshall zone. 3-0 Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids scoring 3 goals in the entire game against the Hilltoppers last season, and they have 3 goals on the board already here, and those are before the 5.5-minute mark. Just keep throwing the puck on the net if you're Rapids. It's gone well so far.
Thunderhawks cut that off behind the net as Duell goes rink wide. Stupar's shot, gets past Wheeler, who scrambles back and stops it before it rolls over the line and then covers it for a face-off.
Wheeler's not having a fun time so far here, as
No.
that one nearly got behind him and he had to flop and reach back behind him before that snuck in.
He also had a defenseman trying to help him out. As a defenseman, you got to be careful because you don't want to put it into the net either.
Sometimes less is more, huh?
Yeah, Grumdahl gets it into the zone. Sissons after it. He tries to move it back to the point, but it gets past the defense. And retreating for it is Salko. Salko off the boards, gets it out to center. Sissons brings it to Hanela. Hanela taps it ahead. Thunderhawks intercept, come back 3-on-2. They'll go with the drop pass to Roloff, but maybe a better option to do that after you cross the blue line.
Exactly.
As the Thunderhawks are offside. And face-off will be at center ice. Dylan Clayton going up against Shakti. And the face-off back into the Grand Rapids zone, where Roloff retreats behind his own net, puts on the brakes, gets away from the forecheck. Now with some room, weaves his way to center ice across the red line into Duluth Marshall territory. Drop pass doesn't connect, but following up, Thunderhawks keep it in somehow. Carpenter in the right spot at the right time. And now the puck behind the Grand Rapids net moves up the boards. Carpenter pinching in as Clayton clips it toward the net. And Marsalik gets it outside the zone. Thunderhawks have to clear on the delayed offside. Comes to Leighton Anderson. Leighton Anderson's long pass. Tipped into the zone by Shakti. Duluth Marshall makes changes. Thunderhawks through center ice. Long cross ice pass. It's the skates of Palachek comes back out as Duluth Marshall gets all gummed up at the blue line and has an offside.
By the way, before we get too far into the first, awesome rendition of the national anthem by Dale Gunderson, standing by himself, playing his saxophone in front of the Grand Rapids net on senior night, and he's the dad, among others, of senior Caleb Gunderson.
And the band director here.
Yes.
Yeah, he did it at one football game as well, so nice job, as always. Puck in the Duluth Marshall zone, kept in by Salisbury. Shot by Gunderson, and the save by Wheeler.
Right on cue, Caleb. Well done.
Yeah, that wasn't Dale.
That was not, no. He doesn't quite have those wheels anymore.
No, probably not.
He's a little out of high school eligibility.
Well, you know, he works for the high school, so maybe they could sneak him in. Nah, probably not.
Yeah.
Duluth Marshall wins the draw, rings the boards, and out to center ice. Stopping there was Hanela. Hanela puts it behind the Grand Rapids net. It's 3-0 Grand Rapids here with 5:45 to go in the first. Sissons back to the point. That's blocked. Salisbury without a stick. Now he gets his stick as the Thunderhawks clear it. Gunderson. Red line, shoots it in. Thunderhawks make changes.
That was pretty cool by Salisbury. Kicked it ahead with the skates and then picked up his stick.
In his own zone now is Roloff. Comes to Carpenter. Carpenter. Pass ahead as Garski. And Garski's going to get a penalty.
I don't know.
Garski was interfered with and then hooked the player down that interfered with him and takes a hooking call.
I suppose. Looked like a kind of a hook/check to me. I would have let it slide, but nonetheless, he'll have a seat for 2 or less.
And so we'll have our first Grooms Property Service power play or penalty kill for the Thunderhawks. Grooms Property Services, specializing in lawn care, landscaping, lot clearing, and shoreline tree removal. A 25.5% power play for Duluth Marshall. Thunderhawks at 82.9% on the penalty kill. Back to the point. Kept in there by Anderson. Anderson goes far side, breaks the stick. but the puck stays in the zone out front. Backhand, what a nice save by Miskovich. We have our broken equipment alert, and we could have an M&H save of the game at the same time. But we'll stick with Clafton Skate and Supply. If you break a stick, obviously that was a Duluth stick. They didn't buy it there. That's why it broke so easy. Hundreds of composite sticks in stock by Bauer, CCM, and True. And from the beginner to the pro, they have you covered right across from the Itasca campus of Minnesota North College. Back to the point, backhanded in by Anderson. On the half wall, Anderson gets it back but can't keep it in. As the Thunderhawks now pick it up, and Rabers off the wall and all the way down the ice. Wheeler leaves it there for Anderson. As Anderson pass ahead on the far side, trying to work his way in. Not splitting the defense was Peterson. Back to the point, Anderson again. He'll take the shot right into the midsection of Miskovich, who's there to eat it up. 1:03 left in the Duluth Marshall power play. 3-0 Grand Rapids.
Not much for heavy pressure yet here on this man advantage for the Hilltoppers.
That one backhand was a nice chance.
Yeah, and the sequence before with the broken stick kind of throws off a power play too.
Sissons will get it back to the point. Near side it comes to Thorson. Now Sissons takes the shot right on. Rebound cleared, and Duell bangs it off the boards, goes after it. Still following up is Drennan. Drennan goes behind the net. Puts on the brakes. Tries to center it. He had Duell coming in, but it's intercepted. Now here comes Black. Black out front. Thunderhawks intercept that and get it to the point, but not out. And another chance, and this time it's shot down the ice. 19 seconds left in the Duluth Marshall power play. Marsalik. He'll leave it there for Hanela. Comes near side. Salko into the Grand Rapids zone with 4 seconds left in the Duluth Marshall power play. Salko taps it behind the net. To the point, Thunderhawks will get this out. Garski, he should have good legs. Comes in, has Palachek. Oh, on the wrong side. Palachek had to take it on the backhand. Now Carpenter to Roloff. Roloff looks for room. Shot, blocker saved by Wheeler. Roloff again, goes far side for Carpenter. Shot right on, turned aside by Wheeler. Puck comes out to neutral ice. Bymark stops it there, taps it ahead. Bymark, who scored the second goal for the Thunderhawks this evening. Now Dylan Clayton. Clayton pinches in. Taken into the boards by Selko. Stupar pinches in. To the point, Bymark can't keep it in. And here comes Shukti with a bit of a break. He tries to go cross ice, and that doesn't connect. Clayton takes him out of the play. Puck off the boards. Thunderhawks still fighting for it. Joey Miskovich can't control it. And the puck now into the Duluth Marshall zone. Out to center ice, intercepted by Salisbury. Tap it ahead to Ryla. Ryla gets it behind the net. Salisbury can't keep it in. Delayed offside, so Garski lets it go as the puck now shot into the Grand Rapids zone. 1:38 to go. First period action, 3-0 Grand Rapids lead. 3 early goals. There's a nice shot on net that Miskovich turns away. Ryla spins at the blue line, looking for room, taps it ahead for Duell. Duell drags it in. Puck comes behind the Duluth Marshall net. Centering pass. Duell's shot hits a leg and goes wide. Now Duell behind the net. Duell backhands it to the point to Stupar. Gets it to Duell. Now Salisbury. Oh, had Garski break it in. Pass was just behind him. Stupar again to Duell. Duell. Shot goes just wide.
You know what this looks like, Sheldon?
Looks like a power play.
Yep.
And they have Duell all the way up top, and it feels like they're almost playing with 3 defensemen at times. And of the three defensemen, no one knew which one to take, and it came out to center ice. Duell tries to go back in. That's taken away, and here's a break. Shot, oh! I think that went wide. I don't think Miskovich got a piece of it. 28 seconds left as the Thunderhawks are well offside there. Pavlicek got in ahead of the play. That was just an interesting offensive forecheck as they had Duell in the middle of the ice at the blue line, and it felt like they had three defensemen, and they kept creating chances off of it.
Yeah, and it really started to wear the Hilltoppers down. There were a couple passes there by Grand Rapids that I thought would be intercepted by Marshall, and they just didn't
have
get
any
to
legs
them.
left.
No.
Face-off won by the Thunderhawks. They'll sweep it in as no one knows where it's at for a moment. It stopped behind the net. Now a shot hits the side of the net from Roloff. Roloff tries to center it. Oh, Miskovich had a rebound, couldn't pull the trigger. Now a shot hits traffic in front and goes wide, and that will do it. Oh, Miskovich, golden opportunity to make it 4-0 here at the end of the first period as the Thunderhawks storm out to an early 3-0 lead, and that's where we stand after one. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com. 3 minutes, please.
Not at all. For who?
I don't have a 25 on my roster. What?
Talking Rapids? Me neither.
1 minute. I haven't seen a 25 on their roster all year. 4, 17, 11, 15 have been some of the numbers that dress from the JV.
Said she'd catch me when she comes back. What more?
And we have the littlest of little ones out there entertaining us. This has to be the Termites.
I think so. They're working hard out there, getting the skating down. And how many nets? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 4 little ones, I guess.
Yeah, just 4 little ones. So we got two games, one in each side, going side to side here at Yanmar Arena, and they waited a while to start the clock. So we have 7.5 minutes of little kids hockey to entertain us, and this is yes, maybe the purest form of hockey there is right here. Whole bunch of 4 and 5-year-olds beating on the puck.
Well, we have some time. We do have a GRG Lightning update. They're at the Duluth Northern Stars tonight, and it's a 2-1 Lightning lead. That's either late first or first intermission. And got to ask you here, how was your experience in the great outdoors at the Pavilion for GRG versus Alexandria on Friday night?
Oh, that was a fine and pleasant misery, to quote an author of and that was about camping, but it seemed a little that way. But it was a fun time out of the Pavilion. Did I get a little cold? Yes, I did, but it was fun in Grand Rapids. Greenway really turning it around after a slow first period. After getting outshot 20-7, then outshooting Alexandria 17-3 in the second. You don't usually see that big of a swing in shots on net.
No, not usually. And your perch was right above one of the panes of glass?
Yes. I was right in harm's way. I was on a construction lift that I could control. And right up almost to the roof of the Pavilion on the side, looking over the glass.
Oh.
I had a good view of the ice.
Excellent. And that's good, because that's what we said. We said, hey, Dale, put him in harm's way, okay?
Yeah,
It'll be extra entertaining. Did you get hit by a puck at all?
I did not.
Okay,
I was
good.
actually glad it wasn't a boys' game, because they like to use the glass a little more coming out of the zone or clearing the puck.
And the Lightning got the win, 2-0 on Friday night over Alexandria, and leading Duluth tonight 2-1. And I can feel your pain of being super cold on Friday night. I kind of had the opposite. I almost had to take my sweatshirt off. I was getting kind of warm at the bowling alley.
Well, my heart goes out to you.
Thank you.
So here, Grand Rapids leading Duluth Marshall 3-0. Andover and Blaine tied no score at Fogarty Arena.
Rapids will see Andover on Saturday.
In Andover. Brainerd leading Osseo 1-0. And just looking to see if there are some other games of interest in northern Minnesota, but we don't have scores for them. A lot of people watching that. There's Duluth Denfeld at Cloquet Esco Carleton, and Hibbing Chisholm at Rockridge.
As you like to say, you're perusing the scoreboard.
That's what I was doing. By the way, did you see the youngster hit the post on a breakaway?
I did not.
Yeah. Puck got ahead of him a little bit, and he missed the open net on the breakaway.
Oh, man.
He's going to have dreams about that.
He'll get it next time.
So there's 4 minutes and 12. As the long shot just goes in. I'm trying to figure out which way teams are going, because I thought the black team was coming this way, but I guess not.
I'm trying to figure out where the goalies are.
Oh, no goalies at this level.
Well, one is he's either a goalie or he's cherry picking at one end. It's hard to say.
As we have a 3-way collision and 3 black players and a white player all go down.
I think the goalie should get a leaving the crease penalty. He went way out there.
Well, he's not really the goalie.
I suppose not. There we
See,
go.
now we have a black player scoring into this net, a player in a black jersey, as opposed to one in a white jersey just scored into this net. So I'm not sure who's going which way.
It's hard to keep track. And then on the other side, we have orange versus gray is our color scheme matchup.
Yes, we do. As one of the coaches encouraging one of the gray-clad players to get back off the ice and go back and play, but they're going to stand off to the side. That's where they feel safer.
Well, as far as the varsity matchup here tonight, I mean, if
we're done doing play-by-play at Termites for a bit?
I suppose. Maybe we can circle back in a moment, but I was just thinking how in the previous game for Marshall, they put up 8 against Princeton, who's a very average team, but still you go from putting up 8 to getting 3 scored on you within just over 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's quite a kick in the teeth there for the Hilltoppers. Well done, Grand Rapids, after a kind of a tough game against St. Thomas on Saturday.
Well, and you look at, against good teams. Hibbing scored 3 against this team, won 3-2. Rockridge scored 4. Cloquet-Esco Carleton scored 3. So those are some high-quality teams that haven't scored a lot of points, a lot of goals against this Duluth Marshall team. Grand Rapids had 3 in the first 5.5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're Grand Rapids, after that, they had some chances, but wasn't quite the swarm of early on, give or take a couple. And then when Rapids was pressuring toward the end of that period, Marshall did have a chance at the other end with a pretty good angle that went for naught. But we'll see what our second period brings. Got about a minute and a half left. You can hit the play-by-play if you want.
I tell you, the goalie, the black-clad goalie came out and aggressively went for the puck and submarined the player with the puck. That was fun.
Maybe he watches Carter Casey.
That's it. I was thinking.
Yeah, Carter likes to go out there and play the puck quite a bit too. He usually doesn't, like a bowling pin, take out the rest of the pins or anything, but he likes to play the puck.
So we'll take another break as we finish with the termite hockey here, and we'll come back, run down all the goals and the stats from period number 1. Thunderhawks lead 3-0 after a period of play on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com. Three minutes.
I'm not afraid to say that may have been our best 7.5 minutes of radio we've ever done.
That's funny. Okay, so what was she talking about? There is no 25 for Rapids. That's the entire roster right there.
Yeah, not to my knowledge.
And there's a 25 listed for Duluth Marshall. I didn't see him out there, but he is on the roster. Already?
What's that?
1 minute. I wanted 3 minutes on this break. And back at Yanmar Arena, where after one period of play, Grand Rapids leading Duluth Marshall by a score of 3-0 as they scored early and often. Kind of like you vote in Chicago, early and often.
I don't follow.
Well, that was always the crack. Vote early and often, right? You're not. Yeah, that's illegal, but that's
but
how
why
it works.
Chicago?
That was always the joke that's how Chicago politics ran.
Oh,
Yeah.
huh. Well, at the 49-second mark, it was.
And that went right over your
It
head.
really did, yeah.
Sorry,
That's okay. That's
Okay.
all right. Here, set me up again.
No, just go.
Okay, at the 49-second mark, it was Luka Roloff with the goal, and they have added an assist. Ander Ryla gets the first one, and then Jamison Duell, a helper as well. 1-0 Grand Rapids. They made it 2-0 at the 2:35 mark. A goal from Ryan Bymark, and the assist to Jackson Rabers. And then to make it 3-0, it was Duell with the goal, assist to Alex Salisbury. That goal at 5:05 to make it 3-0 Grand Rapids. Some good traffic in front, especially on a couple of those goals. Shots in the first, 10-6 Thunderhawks. And they have that 3-0 edge. Marshall 0 for 1 on the power play. And Grand Rapids, no power play advantage quite yet.
And some other stats that we have from our friend Marv. Shot attempts, 19-10 in favor of Grand Rapids. Blocks, 2 for Rapids, 5 for Duluth Marshall. Hits, 6 for Rapids, 10 for Duluth Marshall. They're above 50% on faceoffs. 11 wins, 8 losses for 58%. And scoring chances at 5-1. And that sounds right to me.
I'd say so as well. Hey, since we have a little time, mind if we run down some Let's Play Hockey rankings?
Sure.
Just released today the AA top 5. Moorhead, number 1. St. Thomas Academy at 2. Hill Murray at 3. Rogers at 4. Creighton-Durham Hall is at 5. Grand Rapids, would you like to guess?
13.
Right on the nose, you got it.
And I
Rapids,
hadn't looked.
They are number 13, yes. They are actually up a spot from last week when they were 14.
Okay. Carl at East has them at 15.
Okay.
I just checked his rankings.
And if you're curious, Andover in the also receiving votes category.
Okay, at whatever they are, 4 and 20.
Something like that, yes.
No, not quite that bad, but.
And in single A, Hermantown at 1, Cloquet Esco Carleton at 2, War Road at 3, it's Monticello at 4, and Hibbing Chisholm at number 5.
So 3 of the top 5 teams in Section 7 this year.
Right, and just some other notes. Proctor at number 16, Detroit Lakes at 18, and that about covers the highlights in for the boys double and single A.
So I haven't seen Hermantown yet this year, just their results. We'll see them the last game of the season in Hermantown. Fearless prediction, I think Cloquet takes them this year.
In the section? For
In the section,
championship?
yep.
I'd like to see that a little.
I really think they will. I think they've got it.
That first line I know you really like.
Yeah, I really, really did. And I found some scores
You did?
around the area.
Go for
In
it.
progress, North Shore leading Greenway 1-0. Warroad leading Bemidji 2-1. The aforementioned Cloquet Esco Carleton Lumberjacks leading Duluth Denfeld 3-0. St. Thomas Academy and Stillwater tied at 1.
That's a good matchup.
Andover and Blaine, no score. Rockridge and Hibbing Chisholm, no score. And Stacy just updated that to me as well, that game is late in the first period, so it must have gotten underway a little bit late. It was scheduled for 7 o'clock start. Duluth East and Totino Grace says no score as well. There's more scores on this scoreboard than the other one I usually look at. I like this one. I'm happy.
And I got to ask, too, you mentioned Rockridge in there.
Yep.
How much you looking forward to the Thursday matchup?
Whoa.
Grand Rapids hosting Rockridge.
Big time, big time. I think that is, I think we'll get to see what the best of 7 AA has to offer. And Grand Rapids, maybe they've fallen a bit in the rankings with some of their losses to top competition over the last 2 or 3 weeks. I think they're going to come in with something to prove.
And it's not too often that the Minnesota Hockey Hub gives a ton of attention to Northern Minnesota. That is their Thursday Star Tribune game of the week, Grand Rapids against Rockridge.
I know it is. There's going to be lots of people fighting for room in this press box this Thursday.
Are you going to fight them?
No, I'm just going to. I'm going to be here really early, like I always am.
Yep.
And I'm going to take the half of the press box that we use, and that's going to be what we have.
No need to roll up the sleeves.
And we'll give Blake the bit that the 33% he uses, and everyone else can fend for themselves.
I like your plan.
We'll take another break, and when we come back, it's second period action, 3-0 Grand Rapids. After a period, you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com. Two minutes, please.
Try to stay on top of it.
Oh, yeah, no worries. I just got a text from Jen.
So what did it, what did she say?
Oh, Jen was getting messages to update the scoreboard on YouTube. That's all.
Yeah, Marcus texted me as well. He's like, come on, get on the ball, man.
Tell him to get over it.
They added Ryla an assist to all 3 goals.
Really?
I don't know that that's right either.
That's strange.
I'm going to text Marv and ask for sure.
Here, we missed you on the first one. Here's a couple bonuses.
Both teams back out on the ice. Well, no. Yes, both teams back out on the ice. I looked and I didn't see them for a moment. As we get set for second period action. And second period brought to you by Rapid Roof Truss on the YouTube feed.
Yeah, thanks to Jim Wimmer for running our YouTube camera again tonight. Thanks to Rochelle back at audio headquarters at Rapids Radio. And you noticed shortly ago that they added a couple assists for Ryla.
I'm making sure that he's got all 3 there.
We had him for 1 for sure. We weren't sure on the other 2. We'll see if Rapids can keep up the forecheck here that seemed to give Marshall problems toward the end of the first.
Marv confirms 3 assists for Ryla. He gets assists on all 3 goals.
Well done, Ander.
As the puck comes into the Grand Rapids zone, we're just underway in second period action. Duell taps it ahead, gets it to Garski. Garski has to chase it down at neutral ice as it's intercepted and shot back into the Grand Rapids zone. Miskovich will leave it there for Roloff. Roloff spins away from pressure and comes up the far side. Quickly to Duell. Duell into the zone. He's ridden off the puck. Puck goes behind the net. Ryla with a chance at it. Comes back to Roloff. Roloff shot tipped in front and turned aside. Now a shot hits a stick and goes over the net in the Grand Rapids zone as Carpenter moves it ahead for Palachek. Palachek. A shot to goal! Luke Palachek on a little give and go. And Grand Rapids, a minute 5 into the second, makes it 4-0.
That was a pretty play there, Sheldon. Well done by the Thunderhawks, as once again they strike early in a period. They did it a few times last period, and once again, they get one on the board here for the 4-0 lead.
Ryla will not get an assist there because he was not on the ice.
We'll see.
I checked.
Okay.
But Duell might.
Garski, perhaps?
Yeah, it was in the middle of a line change. Palachek had come on, and the line change hadn't been completed yet when Palachek picked up the puck and beat Wheeler low and to the glove side. Puck shot into the Grand Rapids zone. Miskovich leaves it there for Stupar, gets it to Salisbury, up the boards but not out. Stupar has to chase it behind the net. Sissons will get there as well. Palachek gets it to the point, not out. A long shot right in on Miskovich, who makes the save and holds for the face-off.
It's Palachek from Garski and Duell at 1:05 of the second.
See, if Ryla wouldn't have left the ice so soon, he could have had the goal.
Yeah, exactly.
He was the only one of that line that had gotten off on the change so far. Sissons, deep in the Grand Rapids zone, tries to move it up the boards, intercepted by Palachek. Palachek overskates the puck, maybe hit a little moisture as Stupar picks it up and shoots it in deep. Puck rings the boards behind Wheeler as the Hilltoppers get it out to neutral ice. Into the Grand Rapids zone, a shot right on, and Miskovich makes the save and holds for the face-off.
Grand Rapids Hockey brought to you by Northern Star, Senex Co-op, Bender's Shoes, S&S Meats, Super One Foods, M&H Convenience Store, L&M Fleet Supply, and Itasca Reliable Insurance. Yeah, what a big goal, that fourth one for Grand Rapids right at the start of a period. If you're Marshall, you're thinking, all right, nice fresh start here, clean sheet of ice, and we're down by 4.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you think you're down 3, which is a significant lead, but you say you cut it to 2 when it's a hockey game. Instead, you're down 4, and it feels like the air goes out of the balloon a bit. Bymark deep in the corner. Bymark tries to backhand it down low. It comes up the boards. Nice job poking the puck in by Carpenter. Bymark, centering pass, hits the skate and comes out to center ice. Off the boards, flying forward is Hernesman, but it gets too far ahead of him, and we'll have an IEDC icing call. And you can, if you're looking for a place to take your idea to reality, you can learn more about the Forge from Itasca Economic Development Corporation.
Slight correction from the GRG game. They actually trailed Duluth 2-1 after one.
Okay. As the puck thrown around to the near side, and it comes out to center ice. Here comes Sissons. Sissons, the shot. Gets it through Carpenter and in on Miskovich, who makes the save and holds on.
Yeah, Ryder had to squeeze for that one, and he puts it away. I like the gear, too. The black helmet, the mostly black pads as well. Sharp looking.
As Carpenter took a little shot at Sissons after he took that. And as shot from the point, that's off the stick of Thorson. Hits the stick, goes into the netting, so we'll redo the face-off to the right of Ryder Miskovich. Kyler Black taking the draw against Duell. As Duell ties him up, they still fight for it. As Marshall gets a good shot on net by Sissons. I see why he has some goals. That's a quick release. Nice save by Miskovich, back to the point, and the puck deep in the zone. Black puts it for Sissons in the corner. Sissons, first time the forecheck has really gotten to the Thunderhawks at all, and the Thunderhawks get it out to center ice and into the Duluth Marshall zone. Duell goes for Garski, has room, shot, saved by Wheeler, and he holds on. Garski says everyone else scores on this guy, why can't I?
And what a difference a few moments make. Peterson for Marshall had a pretty open net, but the puck ricocheted away from him. And then at the other end, Garski with some space and unable to beat the goaltender for Marshall.
Caleb Gunderson taking the draw as the puck comes to the point, gets past Rabers, and here's a 2-on-1. And the Duluth Marshall player losing an edge. Thunderhawks can consider themselves fortunate there. Puck deep into the Duluth Marshall zone now. 4-0 Grand Rapids here, early second period action. Puck shot in by Obastar. To the point, still kept in, and finally played out by Marsalik as his pass didn't connect. Puck back into the Grand Rapids zone. Miskovich leaves it there for Salisbury. Salisbury puts it around the boards for Will Miskovich, who bangs it out to center. Down the ice, they say no icing. Thunderhawks make changes. 12:45 to go second period, and a 4-0 Grand Rapids lead. Roloff taps it ahead, and here comes Bymark out to center. Bymark with a little bit of room. Had Clayton cutting toward the net. He was well covered by a back-checking Kyler Black. Puck comes back out to center. Here's Peterson. Peterson taken away by Roloff behind the net. Roloff reverses, goes to Bymark. Bymark just slides it out to center ice. Drennan will get it in deep. Hoffbauer plays it around the far side for the Hilltoppers. Drennan on the forecheck, lugs the puck behind the net. Drennan gets it back to Carpenter on the point, but that's kicked out, and here comes Peterson. Peterson tries the toe drag through Roloff, and that doesn't work. Back to Carpenter. Carpenter moves it ahead. Garski. Garski has Duell. Garski fans on it for a moment, comes back to the point, kept in by the Carpenter of the Thunderhawks. Thunderhawks get the line change completed as the puck comes down into the Grand Rapids zone. Duell at the half wall. Duell taps it ahead, too far for Ryla, shot back in, and here's Salisbury. Salisbury tries to go off the glass and instead goes over the glass. See, that's the one that would have hit me during the GRG game last Friday.
And that one goes pretty much to the top row, straight across from us. How long did it take you to get used to broadcasting from this side of the arena, Sheldon? Because I'm starting to settle in now. I know you were here last year, obviously, but...
Yeah, a couple games. It really... The one thing is we are in the one zone. We're inside the blue line, so it's a little longer view down to the lobby end of Yanmar from here. And that's the one thing I probably had to get used to.
I think somebody may need some medical attention after that puck went into the crowd, as we see
yes.
trainer Kevin Friesen going across the ice with some equipment in hand. Hopefully nothing serious with that puck into the crowd.
Yeah, I'm looking over just to see. There's no one laying down or anything. They're not knocked out.
Yeah, I did see a few people head down the exit tunnel there a few moments ago.
Maybe a cut.
Could be, yeah.
It can happen. Puck in the Grand Rapids zone, thrown toward the net. Little pop-up goes into the corner and wide as Salisbury plays it around the far side. Stupar off the wall. Thunderhawks get it out to center. Back to get it is Marsalik. Marsalik brings it ahead to Sissons, who taps it for Shakti. Shakti's shot goes high off the glass. Gunderson backhands it up the boards. Doesn't get out. Shot right on, and Miskovich has it under the pad. Was looking behind him, but had it.
Yeah, it wasn't quite as smooth as he hoped, but he was able to make the save. Hey, Grand Rapids Hockey also brought to you by CarQuest Auto Parts, Northland Portables, Paul Bunyan Communications, Woodland Bank, Nooch's in the Corner, and Cushel and Chandler Insurance Agency.
How about this? Stillwater leading St. Thomas Academy 2-1 right now. That would be an upset. I mean, Stillwater's decent, but I don't think people have them on the St. Thomas Academy level. Here comes Roloff. Roloff leading the rush, gets into the Duluth Marshall zone. Goes cross ice. Carpenter's shot hits traffic and goes wide. Clayton applies the forecheck as the puck goes behind the net. After it is Thorson pinching in Carpenter. He'll keep it in on the half wall. Now back to get it is Shakti. Shakti takes a hit. And now here come the Hilltoppers. Keep it onside. Shot right on from Obastar, and a nice save by Miskovich. Bymark comes the other way. Bymark has a goal tonight. Backhands it behind the net. Clayton picks it up there. Tries to center it for Ryle. It doesn't connect. Thunderhawks making changes. And a little bit of room. Puck right in front. And Miskovich, as the puck's still loose, and it ends up getting flipped over the net at the end.
Yeah,
that was scary.
Yeah, it looked like Miskovich was going to bring that down out of the air, and then it got a little complicated.
Roloff throws the puck on net from an angle. Duluth Marshall, they have shots now as we, no icing. Sissons gets to it first. Sissons taken into the boards by Duell. Puck comes to the point, kept in, but Duluth Marshall getting some good chances here recently.
Yeah, and almost aided there with Rapids cutting out in front of their own net and almost getting caught.
Roloff, his pass is blocked, and Roloff taken hard into the boards. Rabers moves it ahead, not out. Trying to put that in was Beresford, and the Thunderhawks will finally get it out to center. Shots on goal now within one at 15-14. Pass is intercepted by Black, but it's poked off and out to center ice.
Rapids having a little trouble getting out of their own end here all of a sudden.
Rabers behind his own net. And a lot more forechecking pressure right now by Duluth Marshall as the puck comes out to center down the ice, and we'll have an IEDC icing call against Grand Rapids. Still 4-0, but a little life being shown right now by the Hilltoppers.
We've had very few icing calls here this evening, especially compared to that game you and I did last Thursday against Brainerd.
Marv added it up, 33 faceoffs in the second period.
In the second period, my goodness. It felt like it.
Yes, it did. About 10 over well, as opposed to the 19 we had in the first period of this game. Palachek, who has a goal this period, puts the puck deep into the Hilltopper zone, goes after it, gets it to Gunderson. Gunderson's shot hits a stick, flips over the net. Cutting in front, backhand by Palachek is turned away, and out come the Hilltoppers to center ice into the Grand Rapids zone. Putting on the brakes is Stupar, loses an edge and staples himself to the boards. There was no one right there.
Always a little more concerning when you lose an edge right by the boards.
Now here's Stupar, he's fine. Goes to Palachek, and Palachek lugs it out of the zone. Palachek will get it in deep. Thunderhawks making changes as the Hilltoppers come back out to center with Anderson. Anderson's long shot goes wide. Puck to the boards, to the point, and Drennan gets it just out to center. Now Salisbury turns, puts it behind the net. Carpenter hard off the boards. It'll go out to center ice, and back to get it is Thorson. Thorson puts on the brakes, comes out on the far side. Off the boards into the zone, and a spin around shot goes wide by Thorson. Drennan gets it out to center. Drennan gains the red line, shoots it in deep. Thunderhawks make changes. Thunderhawks get their number one line out. Puck comes into the Grand Rapids zone. Roloff moves it ahead to Ryla. Ryla head up, takes a look out front, and it hits a skate and goes wide. Puck to the point, not out. Towards Ryla, who was all alone, but was too far in front of him. Back to Rabers at the point. Rabers throws the puck toward the net. Spin around shot by Ryla. And that's turned aside by Wheeler. This first line restoring some order right now. Applying the forecheck is Garski, along with a pinching Roloff as the puck comes back and all the way down the ice. And we'll have an icing call brought to you by Itasca Economic Development Corporation. That first line had a good shift, kind of settled things down.
Yeah, and it's a game of inches. A Hilltopper nearly picked the pocket of Rabers near the blue line, just a little too slow. And right after that, Thunderhawks with a good chance in front.
Face-off won by the Hilltoppers, comes out to center, but it's intercepted by Roloff, who comes back in. Oh, boy, him and Ryla have a little something going, and that puck just didn't quite make it to Ryla. Puck stopped at neutral ice. Ryla chases down the rolling puck, goes in front, and backhand. Did Wheeler get a piece of that, or did it go wide? Now a shot right on, and Wheeler makes that save and kicks it up the slot. Peterson back into the Grand Rapids zone. Long shot in on Miskovich, who has no trouble with it.
Yeah, not sure if the goaltender got a piece of it or not, but great opportunity there for Ryla, who has found himself with a good amount of room coming up that right wing here in this second period as Rapids leads 4-0, just a few ticks over, 5 minutes to go in the second.
Face off to the left of Ryder Miskovich. Face off one, back to the point. Shot blocked, Palachek taps it to the far side to Will Miskovich. Miskovich goes wide as the puck go off his stick and into the corner. Palachek after it, he'll take a bump and fight for the puck, hauled down, no penalty called there. And here come the Hilltoppers out to center ice. Hanola, shot goes wide, hits the boards behind Miskovich. Height behind the net, fighting with Gunderson, and the puck comes back to the point. Spin around shot, Miskovich ready for that. Back to the point, kept in by the Hilltoppers. Long shot, that's blocked by Salisbury. Flips it up the boards, Miskovich relays it out to center ice. Gunderson backhands it deep into the Hilltopper zone as the Thunderhawks finish their changing. And the puck thrown down the ice, and we'll have an icing call against Duluth Marshall. 4-0 Grand Rapids with 3:59 to go, second period.
And Hilltoppers out shooting Grand Rapids 11-5 here in the 11-6 rather here in this second period. But it is Rapids after that early goal, still leading 4-0 here.
Duell taking the draw. Goes into the corner, thrown around to the near side. Roloff pinching in, not quite keeping it in. Roloff moves it ahead to Garski, now to Duell. Duell to Garski, and the shot turned aside by Wheeler. He had Ryla cutting in on the backside, unable to get him the puck. In the corner, puck squirts out, and the Hilltoppers tap it ahead. And icing call.
I thought he got a piece of it near center ice.
I thought he did too. That was Landon Hernusman who looked back and said, "What? I had that one." But the face-off will be back in the Hilltoppers zone to the left of Landon Wheeler with a 4-0 Grand Rapids lead. And another icing brought to you by Tasca Economic Development Corporation. Dylan Clayton to take the draw.
He waits patiently.
Against somebody, it will be Beresford. As the Hilltoppers win the draw. And I thought they were offside. But the referee didn't agree. As the puck goes wide, Thunderhawks coming the other way. Drennan out front for Bymar, goes off his stick. Puck played back to the point, kept in by the Thunderhawks. Almost got to Bymar, but not quite. Now the Hilltoppers into the zone. Drop pass, shot, tipped, and a nice save by Miskovich. Thunderhawks into the zone. To the point, that put Roloff in a tough spot. Palachek's shot hits a stick and goes high in on the glass behind Wheeler. Palachek tries to work his way out front. That doesn't work. Back to the point, goes past Rabers and everybody and down the ice. No icing called. Gunderson circles back to get it. Gunderson with a little bit of room comes right in. His shot goes just wide. Rebound comes out on the near side, and the Thunderhawks unable to poke it in. Now Roloff looking for Palachek, goes off his stick. Gunderson puts it down low. As the puck comes to the half wall, 4 players fight for it there. 5 actually, 3 Hilltoppers, 1 Thunderhawk, and the puck dug out, shot down the ice for an icing. After all of that, we have a 4-0 Grand Rapids lead, 1:50 to go second period, and an Itasca Economic Development Corporation icing.
Thunderhawk Hockey brought to you by Riverwood Healthcare Center, Deerwood Bank, Ray's Sport and Cycle, Grand Rapids Chevrolet GMC, and Sammy's Pizza of Grand Rapids.
Duell taking the draw for the Thunderhawks. Won by the Hilltoppers as it goes around the far side. Comes down the ice. Stupar. Nice job of getting back against Sissons. Sissons able to find the puck and throw it toward the front of the net. Now Salisbury backhands it ahead for Ryla. Ryla for Duell. Duell has Garski going with him. Goes into the boards hard. Nice hit there actually by Thorson. And Duell treated rudely twice along the boards there. Out to center ice, and we're going to have a tripping call against Nathan Garski, who says, I dropped my stick. It can't be tripping, but he's going to get it anyways.
Rapids with just 2 penalties tonight, and both to Mr. Garski.
And he'll take the tripping call. Another Grooms Property Services penalty kill. Grooms Property Services. And they do dock install and removal, barge services, and year-round storage, boat and year-round storage.
If Marshall wants back in this, here's a prime opportunity. Man advantage for about a minute here in the second, and then they can use some fresh ice for a minute in the second if they don't score.
Yeah, they almost have to score on this power play to get back in this game. You would think it's a must score.
And Rapids fires it down right away to start.
Now into the zone come the Hilltoppers. Looking for room. Shot goes well wide from Peterson. Back to the point. Not out yet. Now it's shot out and into the Duluth Marshall zone by Roloff. Into the Grand Rapids zone. Rabers after it, applying the forecheck is Peterson. And guess who gets to it? That's Roloff. Shoots it almost too hard. It actually rings the boards. Comes back out to Gunderson, who was looking for Drennan cutting in. Pass didn't get to him. Good hit there by Gus Drennan. Now into the zone come the Hilltoppers. Shot. Miskovich didn't see it, but it hit him. And that will bring the second period to an end. A better period for Duluth Marshall. They take over the lead in shots on goal, but the Thunderhawks extend their lead to 4 on a Luke Palachek goal. And we head to the third, 4-0 Grand Rapids on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com. Three minutes, please. And Chuck-a-Puck being cleaned up now, and the cheerleaders have some help from a bunch of little kids. These aren't the same little kids that were playing in the game, I don't think.
No, they look a little bit older to me.
Yes, yes.
By the way, Sheldon, last night I had a dream that somebody got a hat trick goal at a game I was watching, and instead of hats, they threw pucks on the ice.
Oh, I like it.
I do
I
too,
like it.
but then I thought again, that sounds pretty dangerous if there's players on the ice and people are chucking pucks at them.
Trying to think, what are some of the different things I've seen chucked on the ice after goals? Of course, in Detroit for a while it was octopus, right?
Yes, yes. And is the plural octopi?
Yes, yes. In the middle of ice fishing season in International Falls, there would sometimes be burbot thrown on the ice after a Bronco goal.
Huh. And in Florida at the Panthers game, they've thrown rats. I've seen that before.
Yes, exactly. So we could start, what would be a good Grand Rapids tradition? Something to throw on the ice.
I guess it doesn't really have to be related to the team. I mean, I don't see how
to
rats
the
are
town.
connected. Right, yeah. Oh, gosh.
Boy, we got to think
We'll
about
have
this
to
one for
ponder
a while,
that,
don't
yes. And during the holidays, you see at some games sometimes they'll throw toys on the ice for like a toy drive. That's always neat.
Yes, that is always fun. 4-0 Grand Rapids after 2 periods of play. Second period much more even. In fact, Duluth Marshall may have even had the better of play for a good bit of that period. Grand Rapids came out, scored early, made it 4-0, and that 4-0 lead is standing up right now.
Yeah, some good pushback there from the Hilltoppers in the second. Sort of similar to the first, where Rapids scored 3 times in the first 5 minutes and change, and then after that, not a whole lot to write home about. And then, yeah, again, some good push in the second from Duluth Marshall. A couple of shaky shots taken at Miskovich, who had to be on his toes, but so far, nothing past him.
And actually, shots on goal are in favor of Duluth Marshall now after 2 periods. 18-16 says the scoreboard, and but the Thunderhawks still lead by a score of 4-0. We'll take another break, come back and run down all the stats that we have right now as Grand Rapids leads 4-0 after 2, and you're listening to it on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com. Okay, and what do we have left total commercials, Stacy? Okay, then do 2.5 now, and 3.5 after the game.
Grandson's squirt team out there picking up pucks.
Nice.
Thank you. Great noise.
Nice job. Enjoyed the anthem.
Are you gonna find someone, or is Dale?
I got one kid who's to school. Let me know for sure.
Okay.
Maybe Owen, Cassidy.
Okay.
But I'll have to stop by for sure. I'll confirm with him here.
Okay. Yeah, if I send his phone number to Ryan, and then And back at Yanmar Arena, it's 4-0 Grand Rapids after 2 periods of play. And what do you got, Super Joe?
The lone goal in that second period went to Grand Rapids. A minute and 5 seconds in, it was Luke Palachek lighting the lamp, and Jamison Duell and Nathan Garski with the assist to give Grand Rapids that 4-0 lead. That goal on top of first period goals from Luka Roloff, Ryan Bymark, and Jamison Duell for that 4-0 score. And total shots now after 2 periods, 18-16. So Duluth Marshall with that edge, but Thunderhawks with the edge in the column that matters, in the goal column.
And now we do have more updated scoring from the first period, and Ryla only getting 2 assists.
Instead of 3.
Instead of 3. Second goal, Bymark from Rabers and Drennan.
So take out Ryla, add Drennan for the second goal.
Drennan on the second goal. And then on the fourth goal, who did you have on the fourth goal?
Duell and Garski.
Yep, we still have Duell and Garski on the Palachek assist. And I think I'm going to get extra stats from Marv momentarily as I see my... he's typing them as we speak.
Yes.
We are waiting in rapt attention with bated breath, as they say.
I see the dots.
As Grand Rapids scoring 3 times in the first 5.5 minutes of this game, and they really, in a lot of ways, haven't looked back, although Duluth Marshall had a little bit of pushback late in the second period.
Yeah. Sorry, had a little issue back at headquarters.
Okay.
Caught my attention.
Well, you got to take care of business. You are truly a multitasker.
But a quick update though, GRG now tied with Duluth 2-2 in the third period, and a good game going on over in Duluth and on KOZY if you want to check that out. And
Cloquet Esco Carleton leading Duluth Denfeld by a score of 4-1. North Shore over Greenway 2-1. Warroad over Bemidji 3-2. All of these games still in progress, probably similar to our game as far as where they are. St. Thomas Academy Stillwater tied at 2. And Hibbing Chisholm and Rockridge still tied at no score, at least according to this scoreboard. Duluth East leading Totino Grace by a score of 4-1. Shot attempts. See, I got the rest from Marv. Shot attempts that period after Grand Rapids led in shot attempts significantly. 13 for Rapids, 22 for Duluth Marshall, and that goes to show you how much forechecking pressure they had on the Thunderhawks.
Yeah, they really had to. Yep.
Blocks 8 for Rapids, 3 for Duluth Marshall. Hits 5-4. Face-off wins, 7 wins, 8 losses for 47%. And scoring chances, 3 for Rapids, 2 for Duluth Marshall. So while they had 22 shot attempts, only 2 scoring chances, according to Marv. And Stacy, who's on it, Rockridge is up on Hibbing 1-0 now. So always good. You're always a board op who gives me extra stuff, and
hey,
obviously Stacy's right on it too.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good matchup there. Rockridge and Hibbing, 2 very good teams.
Yes, and Hibbing losing to Hermantown, I believe, on Saturday, right? Or no, Hibbing losing to Eden Prairie Saturday in Hockey Day in Minnesota.
Yes, very early in the morning.
Yes, I went down on the bus, so we left at 8:15, and we were getting score updates from players on the bus, you know, before we got to Floodwood. And Grant is like, what, already? Yeah, it started at 8:30. So both teams out on the ice. We have the Grand Rapids fight song going on. as Ryder Miskovich, a nice job in net, 18 of 18, and we will have 51 seconds of Duluth Marshall power play as this third period gets underway. We've seen strange things happen, but a 4-0 lead feels pretty safe.
It does, and it would feel even safer if Rapids can once again score early here in the period. 5-0, I'd say that's pretty much game. But
well, 6-0 is running time. Let's go for 2.
I'm fine with that. Obviously important here with the Hilltoppers still with 51 seconds of power play time to start this period, as we mentioned at the tail end of the second. If they want to get back in this game, pretty much a must-score power play here for Duluth Marshall. Hopefully Rapids can kill it off.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, for Duluth Marshall, a goal here in the first 51 seconds is almost paramount. Of utmost importance, you might say. And we are set to go. As Gunderson comes out, Thunderhawks win the draw and shoot it into the Hilltopper zone. Leighton Anderson back to get it. Anderson behind his own net. He'll come out the far side and then drop it for his teammate Thorson. Thorson gets it ahead to Peterson, who puts it all the way in the Grand Rapids zone. Puck now comes out to center ice. Peterson again, dangerously stick handling around Gunderson, able to do that as Thorson will get deep into the Grand Rapids zone, drop it to the point. Puck comes out front. Thorson can't get his shot off against Roloff. Now on the far side, one-time shot goes wide, comes back to Sissons at the point, who can't hold it in. And the Thunderhawks have killed off the penalty. And pass goes past everybody, and we'll have an icing call. And if you're looking to start, buy, or sell your business, call Itasca Economic Development Corporation today. Face-off will be to Wheeler's left. Thunderhawks leading 4-0. Clayton wins the draw by Mark. Slides it toward the net, but it's blocked. Up the boards, pinching in is Stupar as the puck goes back behind the Duluth Marshall net. Clayton fights for it in the corner. Finally dug out by Salko, goes to the far side. Again, Stupar pinching in. We'll put it back to Clayton. Clayton cycles it down low for Drennan. Drennan pushed into the boards. And Drennan gets a little bit of room. Finds Bymark, shot just wide. Clayton out front. And Bymark had a bouncing puck. He couldn't get much on it. Thunderhawks coming close. That was a good shift by Bymark, Clayton, and Drennan. Actually, a good shift. They're still out there. Can't get it out of the zone at that right there. And the puck comes to the near side. Thorson at the blue line, leaves it for Beresford. Beresford gets it down low. Puck circles the boards, comes back to Leighton Anderson at the point. Puck out front, shot doesn't get through, squirts in front of the net, where Bymark picks, or Salisbury picks it up, gains the red line, shoots it in. Wow, hand-eye coordination by Ryla. Picked that puck out of midair, about 8 inches off the ice.
Baseball season not far away.
I don't know if he plays baseball or not, but that looked good. Puck into the Duluth Marshall zone. Duell going after it hard against Turnisman. On the far side, puck comes up the boards. Roll off, slides it back toward the blue line. Gets it to Carpenter. That's tipped. And a nice save by Wheeler. Back to the point. Carpenter tries to keep it in. It comes out to center. Ryle is back to get it. Moves it ahead to Roloff. Roloff with some room. Shot right on. Rebound on the stick of Garski, but he couldn't control it. Puck comes into the Grand Rapids zone. After it is Hernisman. Hernisman fights for it down low. Puck comes out to the far side. Roloff will circle in his own zone. Long pass ahead for Garski. Just stays on side. Oh, looking for Ryla. Just tipped away at the last minute. Rabers tries to pinch in, but out comes Marsalik. Marsalik's shot gets past Miskovich, but goes wide. Now the puck comes out on the slot. Thunderhawks able to control it, and Roloff. Roloff goes far side into the zone. Stick handling in is Palachek. Out front, spin around shot. Goal by Caleb Gunderson. It's senior night. Seniors are scoring. By Mark, Gunderson, Roloff. As Thunderhawks, Caleb Gunderson gets his 4th of the season on a rebound.
They're making it a senior night to remember here, Sheldon. That puck comes out to Gunderson, and he makes no mistake and puts it in the back of the net to extend this lead to 5-0.
And nice to see the seniors are sharing with some of the underclassmen as junior Duell and sophomore Palachek also on the score sheet. Puck into the Grand Rapids zone, 5-0 Grand Rapids. Puck at the half wall. Thunderhawks try to get it out, can't initially. Now Will Miskovich. Oh, beautiful pass through center ice. Here comes Palachek. Palachek goes wide. Tries to center it, fans on the centering pass as Duluth Marshall gets out to center. On the far side, Hernesman can't control it. Puck shot in, delayed offside, cleared, and now Salisbury. Salisbury pokes it ahead. Thunderhawks able to get it to Clayton. Clayton, drop pass, Miskovich off the post and out of play.
Right off the iron, we were an inch or so away from running time there, Sheldon.
Wouldn't hurt my feelings any. Thunderhawks have dominated. They've taken the lead back on shots on goal. Who had assists on the Gunderson goal?
That is Luke Palachek and Luka Roloff. Luke and Luka.
Face off to the left of Wheeler. Out to center ice, here comes Thorson. And the puck in on Miskovich, and Miskovich will hold it for a face-off. Face-off will come to his right with 12:05 to go. Puck comes back to the point. Thunderhawks pick it up. Drennan was a step away from getting in with some speed and space. Puck now deep into the Duluth Marshall zone. On the far side, Anderson kicks it up the board. Drennan slaps it behind the Duluth Marshall net. Garski back to Duell. Duell tries to spin in front. And the puck comes out to center. Peterson sweeps it in deep. Miskovich plays it away from the forward as the puck off the boards. Here comes Roloff. Roloff, drop pass back to Duell, has room, and a nice blocker save by Wheeler. Back to the point to Ryla. Ryla to Roloff, doesn't connect. Duell fights for it. Duell will come away with it, leave it for Garski, can't get out in front. Now Duell tried a little tap pass to Ryla. That's blocked, and finally the puck out to center ice. Peterson after it. Peterson tries to drop it, and the puck comes back out to center ice. Now Roloff circles in front of his own net. Far side ahead to Garski. Taps it off the wall, goes after it. Kept in at the point by Rabers. Actually, that is number 15, Joe Dick, out for a shift. Might be his first varsity shift. As the Thunderhawks in front. That doesn't connect, and the puck out to center ice. And an offside called against Duluth Marshall.
Thunderhawk Hockey is brought to you by the Timberlake, Claremont and McBride Financial, Fred's Live Bait and Tackle. Also brought to you by Skoglund Electric, The Motor Shop, Grooms Dock and Lift, Clafton Skate, IEDC, and Rapids Roof Truss. Thanks everybody for bringing us Thunderhawk hockey.
Deerwood Bank is our YouTube sponsor for the period. Puck shot in on Miskovich, who jumps out and covers it for the faceoff. 10:06 to go. Thunderhawks rolling tonight 7-0, 5-0. Gave him an extra 2 goals from somewhere.
You're a generous guy.
I thought it was a touchdown, an extra point. Face off to the right of Miskovich. Rabers out to center ice. Fighting his way in was Palachek. Puck at the line, comes back to Palachek in the corner. Palachek out front. Backhand by Gunderson, turned away by Wheeler. Carpenter keeps it in at the blue line. Goes rink wide for Rabers. Rabers pass is blocked. And out to center ice comes Peterson. Peterson looks for room. Tries to slide the puck in. Carpenter makes the block. Sweeps it out to center ice. Marsalik. Now for Sissons. Sissons can't control it. Picked up now by Beresford. Beresford tries to get a shot on net. Hits a skate and goes wide to the point, not out. Kept in by Marsalik. Clayton behind the net. And the Thunderhawks get organized and come through neutral ice. Shot goes wide. Rebounds to the point. Kept in by Roloff. Roloff down low for Dylan Clayton. Clayton now to Drennan. Now Roloff takes a slap shot that goes wide. Stupar beats on the bouncing puck long enough to at least get it to the half wall. Now here's a shot. Goes wide of the net. That off the stick of Gus Drennan. Leighton Anderson now will get it outside the zone. Out to center ice. Drennan gloves it down. Puts on the brakes. Can't move it ahead. Long shot goes in wide of Miskovich. Now Roloff makes a move off the wall. They say he was onside as the puck comes into the zone. And now out to center ice comes Height. Rilo Height. Can't move it as Ryla picks it up in his own zone. Puck comes through neutral ice at the blue line. Ryla can't control it. And Hanela into the Grand Rapids zone. Fanning on the shot. And second time getting a shot off was Rylo Height. Miskovich makes the save, holds for the faceoff. That's a face-off in the Grand Rapids zone. 5-0 Grand Rapids, 7:47 to go, third period. That face-off won by Duluth Marshall, but they can't get it in front of the net. Salisbury dumps it behind the net as the Thunderhawks get it out to center. Puck shot deep into the zone. Palachek has to clear the zone. They will, but quite a bit of time for Duluth Marshall to get out to neutral ice. Long shot, that's blocked nicely by Dick. And the puck slides into the Duluth Marshall zone, and it will go far enough for icing.
Nice night here for Grand Rapids. Just over 7 minutes to go as they hold a 5-0 lead over Marshall.
We were just glaring at a young child holding the door open behind us.
I don't know if glare is the right word.
It was for me. He left it shut now.
Huh. I just looked at him and smirked and waved. But I guess, glaring was an option too.
Yeah, that's my bus driver glare. Puck off the boards. Thunderhawks get it out to center. Doesn't always work for my kids.
At least you didn't yell at the kid.
No, we won't have any of that today. Puck comes out to center ice as Peterson will sweep it into the Grand Rapids zone. Left behind the net, putting on the brakes is Height. Back to the point, kept in. One-timer saved by Miskovich, he's been on point today. We'll give him the save of the game for that one. That was a nice save. And he's had a couple other nice ones earlier in the game, especially midway through the second. As the puck shot into the zone, into the Hilltopper zone, out to center ice, intercepted, and back comes Duell. Duell tries to get out in front. Ari Lamp out for a shift now, as he's out with Duell and Garski. Garski at the point, shoots it in deep. Lampa after it there. Lampa along with Duell. Duell stick handles around the referee in the corner. Puts on the brakes, goes back the other way. Still turning, tries to come out front. Couple shots, and Wheeler able to stand his ground and jump on the loose puck. And the save of the game moments ago on that one-timer by M&H Convenience Store. Well, the save was by Ryder Miskovich, brought to you by M&H Convenience Store. And when you're on the run looking for a quick and healthy snack or drink, M&H Convenience Store is a place to stop, and you can save 10 cents a gallon when you pay inside.
Yeah, pretty good scramble in front there by Wheeler as he hops on top of that one. Under 6 minutes to go here. 5-0 Thunderhawks.
Puck shot into the Grand Rapids zone, shot and a goal. Whoa, off of a turnover in the zone. Puck snapped by past Miskovich. He hasn't given up a goal in a long time. He had a shutout against Brainerd last time out.
Yeah, it didn't look all that dangerous of a play going on, and all of a sudden the Hilltoppers do put that one past Ryder as they're on the board, now trailing 5-1.
And for Ryder, that means his goals against average will go up because it was at .74. 5:26 to go as coming in, we're going to have a penalty called against Grand Rapids.
And the Hilltoppers say, not so fast. We still have a little time left to make this a little more interesting as roll-off goes off. For a trip.
Tripping call on roll-off. Third penalty. There's been one per period on Grand Rapids, none on Duluth Marshall. And a Grooms Property Services penalty kill, Northern Minnesota's dealer for Shoremaster Premier Waterfront Products and Legend Attachments. Face-off one, kick back to the point. One-timer on the near side, goes wide of the net from Thorson. Thunderhawks Rabers puts it off to the far side, and Garski will get it off and past Anderson. And into the Duluth Marshall zone. Gunderson intercepts the pass, puts it back into the Hilltopper zone once more. 1:31 in the Duluth Marshall power play. Anderson gets the pass ahead. And now the puck loose in the zone. Thunderhawks pick it up, shoot it back down the ice. Garski goes in on the forecheck. Anderson had to be careful there. And now out to center ice comes Black, Kyler Black. Skated off the puck nicely by Salisbury. Rabers comes in, puck up the half wall. Duell able to stop that, and on the backhand, can't clear it. And then Thorson clears it himself.
And way offside are the Hilltoppers.
Long pass and offside. 4:07 to go in the game. 47 seconds left in the power play, and the Thunderhawks leading 5-1.
Final update from Duluth. The Lightning pick up a 3-2 overtime win over the Northern Stars.
Nicely done. Was that at Heritage?
Not positive.
Thunderhawks win the draw, and will clear it deep into the Hilltopper zone. Marsalik back to get it. Moves it up this side to Height. Rilo Height. Drop pass, shot. Ooh, that was dangerous. I think Miskovich got a piece of it. And the puck back into the Hilltopper zone. Height goes far side for Shakti. Shakti gets into the zone. Shot hits a skate and goes wide. 10 seconds left in the power play. Puck deep in the corner in the Grand Rapids zone. 2-1, both teams at full strength as Roloff comes out. Says, you know, if you could get that puck out to me, I'd have a breakaway, could have some fun. Puck didn't come to him. Puck still deep in the corner as Hanela fights for it for Duluth Marshall. He'll come away with it. Can't get it back to the point as Drennan will get it deep. Thunderhawks finish up changes with 2:54 to go in this hockey game. Puck rings the boards behind Miskovich. Comes to Hanela on the near side. Garski, far side for Ryla. Ryla bangs at it but can't move it deep. And the puck back into the Grand Rapids zone. Miskovich moves it for Rabers. And I believe we're going to have another penalty on the Thunderhawks. I saw a Hilltopper down behind the net.
Yep, another Rapids penalty
and
here.
We're going to do another trip, this one on Salisbury. And it was Bennett Sissons with the goal. I had no idea who scored it, but Sissons gets his 22nd of the year. Salisbury's penalty, another Grooms Property Service penalty kill. So far, Duluth Marshall 0 for 3. There's the puck. The far side, Sissons, who has the Duluth Marshall goal, puts it down low. After it is Peterson, and the puck cleared into the Duluth Marshall zone. Anderson on the far side. Garski takes it away. Garski plays it back into his own zone to Roloff. Roloff back to Palachek as the Thunderhawks doing a little ragging the puck and getting some pressure on at the same time. Now Palachek ties it up with two Duluth Marshall players. He'll just keep that puck there as long as he can. And it comes out. Thunderhawks pick it up. Guess what? Out to neutral ice as they play catch with it. They're just playing keep away.
That's a good way to kill a penalty. Maybe even get a rush here, too.
Oh, Thunderhawks, Palachek able to keep it onside. Rabers throws it behind the net. Garski takes a hit. And finally, Duluth Marshall gains control of the puck. Drop pass goes for Shakti. Shakti's shot doesn't get through. 1-7 blocks the other. And now back to the point. That shot goes wide of the net. A rebound.
Looked like a fair amount of net to shoot at there, but not quite.
And instead just took it behind the net.
Yep.
Final minute ticking off. 5-1 Grand Rapids lead as they flip the puck around and down the ice. 18 seconds left in the Salisbury penalty. Who am I supposed to get on the post-game interview? How about Ryla and Palachek?
Sounds good to me.
Palachek with a goal and an assist. Ryla with a couple assists. And out front goes Gunderson looking for his second goal. And the puck flipped into the crowd now.
He nearly got himself on a post-game interview.
He did.
He's like, wait, you're going to talk to Palachek and Ryla? Well, include me too. I guess you still could if you want.
I could. There's all kinds of people one could talk to after this game. Duell has a goal and a couple assists. Good performance by the Thunderhawks. 25 seconds left as Roloff shoots. That puck goes high and wide. Rebounds out to center ice. Carpenter picks it up there off the boards, looking for Joey Miskovich. As the final seconds ticking off. Puck at the Duluth Marshall blue line, and the buzzer sounds. A 5-1 Grand Rapids victory as they take down Duluth Marshall. A big 7AA victory for the Thunderhawks. We'll take a break, come back to wrap it up from Yanmar Arena. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
Tuesday night hockey from Yanmar Arena. The Grand Rapids Thunderhawks hosting the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers, and the Thunderhawks cruise in this one. They defeat Duluth Marshall 5-1. Grand Rapids scoring early and often. They strike at the 49-second mark. Luka Roloff with the goal, assist to Ander Ryla and Jamison Duell. Grand Rapids again, this one at 2:35. A Ryan Bymark goal, assist to Jackson Rabers and Gus Drennan. Rapids again, they score at 5:05 of the first. A goal for Duell, assist to Alex Salisbury and Ryla. 3-0 Thunderhawks after one. In the second, Rapids scores early again. This one a Luke Palachek goal at the 1:05 mark. Assist to Duell and Nathan Garski. 4-0 Rapids after two. And in the third, Rapids scores at 3:56. Caleb Gunderson with a nice one right in the slot. Assist to Luke Palachek and Roloff. That made it 5-0. Hilltoppers get one in the third, a goal from Bennett Sissons. That one at 11:30. But Grand Rapids does skate away with the 5-1 win. It was Ryder Miskovich getting the win in net on senior night as he makes 18 saves in the win. Grand Rapids now 14-6 on the season after tonight's 5-1 win. And next up for the Thunderhawks, they'll battle Rockridge in a big Section 7 AA matchup on Thursday night in Grand Rapids. It is the post-game show as we continue on. Sheldon Willis down at ice level getting a post-game interview or two as we put the finishing touches on this one. Looking at some of the score sheet here, 2 assists on the night for Ander Ryla, a goal and 2 assists for Jamison Duell, goal and an assist for Luke Palachek, and a goal for Caleb Gunderson. Taking the loss for Duluth Marshall was Landon Wheeler, making 12 saves against 17 shots on goal. Scoreboard here does say 22-21 Hilltoppers with the final shot totals here. But regardless, Rapids, an impressive win, 5-1 over Duluth Marshall here on Tuesday Night Hockey in Grand Rapids. Could these teams see each other in the playoffs? We shall see. But still plenty of hockey to go, still section matchups to be played, non-section matchups to be played as well. After Thursday's matchup with Rockridge, it'll be Grand Rapids traveling to Andover for a matchup, another section matchup with the Huskies. That game Saturday afternoon. Pre-game 1:30 and face-off at 2 o'clock as we welcome back Sheldon Willis to the booth.
All right, and I changed my mind as I got down there because I said it's senior night.
Yep.
Got to interview seniors.
I like that.
So
did you get all of them?
I didn't get all of the seniors. I wouldn't have time for that.
No.
But here we go. Post-game interview, Ryder Miskovich, Ryan Bymark. It's senior night, so I was getting all seniors. Plus, you scored another goal, Ryan. How's the game coming along?
It's going pretty well. I'm starting to get a little better here and there. We were having some injuries, and I'm stepping it up, which is huge at the end of the season like this. So, yeah.
And Ryder, almost a second shutout in a row. Shouldn't talk about the one negative, I guess, that you lost it late.
Yeah. It would have been nice to get the shutout, but I'm just happy to get the win. Boys played good and made it pretty easy for me to shots from the perimeter and outside. So I appreciate them for blocking shots and all the good stuff they do for me.
And I know you played so well against St. Thomas Academy, especially early, and weren't rewarded for it. Did it feel like you finally got rewarded tonight?
I guess you could say something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Just try to go out there and work my hardest every game. So.
And Ryder, it is. People around the state say, they haven't beaten the best teams. But do you show something tonight that you come out and really show what kind of quality the team has?
Yeah, we came out hard in the first period and first half of the first, and we really took it to them. And I think we can compete with anyone, win any game we have, and hopefully we can keep the hard work going and competing against these teams. So hopefully the rest of the year goes well. We got a couple big games this week, so see how that goes.
Well, and they don't come much bigger than against Rockridge coming up on Thursday. What's the expectations there?
Yeah, it's a huge game coming up. Kind of the talk of the town, but I don't know, just do our roles, play our jobs well, and just execute what we can.
We had to wait a long time for Caleb to get off the ice. Caleb, I had to say, I told you, a starting defenseman, Caleb Gunderson, but on senior night you get a goal as well.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, starting at defense, it was fun. I played a couple shifts here and there before when we had a couple guys out or not guys stepping up. But, it was fun. We got the job done.
Good luck on Thursday. We'll see you then, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Sheldon. Appreciate it.
And that is our post-game interview. I wanted to get Caleb all along, and then he stayed on the ice a long time.
Yes.
So, but Ryder Miskovich, Ryan Bymark, and Caleb Gunderson on our post-game interview. Thank you to the three of the seniors who joined us for that post-game interview. 2 goals and 1 goal allowed by Ryder Miskovich. 5-1 Grand Rapids with the win, and time for our Motor Shop 3 stars of the game. The Motor Shop, if it has a motor, the Motor Shop can fix it, especially if it's not working. Then you want them to fix it. And they are also your local Milwaukee dealer since 1978, located Highway 169 East in Grand Rapids. What do you think?
3 stars. Let's go with.
We could have like 5 stars. The team played so well.
We really could. Let's go with Luke Palachek, 3rd star, a goal and an assist.
Okay.
I will go with Luka Roloff, a goal and an assist.
Okay.
Jamison Duell, 1st star, a goal and 2 assists.
All right. I'm going to give Andrew Ryle an honorable mention star, and then there are some others we could get as well.
How about
And Ryder Miskovich only allowing 1 goal on 22 shots.
Yeah, and we'll give the whole senior class an honorable mention
as
well
that.
On senior night. Let me run them down real quick. This year's seniors: Caleb Gunderson, Job Carpenter, Luka Roloff, Ryan Bymark, Gus Drennan, Joe Miskovich, and Ryder Miskovich.
And your 3 stars, again, with Jamison Duell, Luka Roloff, and Luke Palachek. are your Motor Shop 3 stars of the game from Rapids Radio. A 5-1 win. You're not going to join me for the Rockridge game. Dano's going to do the game with me. Got to look forward to that one.
And isn't it neat how, like a Grand Rapids versus, say, an Eveleth back in the day, or a Grand Rapids versus Virginia MIB, couple of single A teams, you know, not that big of a deal. You put them together, they're a double A team, they're a very good double A team, makes for a wonderful Thursday night of hockey.
Absolutely it does. And I got a text from Tim Andreessen. Start of the third period, Rockridge leading Hibbing 1-0 and 17-9 shots on goal. And I assume in favor of Rockridge.
Final shots here tonight, very close, 22-21 Marshall.
As Grand Rapids, a 5-1 victory, and they will take on Rockridge right here. We'll have it right here on J105 The Thunder. Stacy back at the station, thank you for doing all the work there. Super Joe helping me out here, and I'm Sheldon Willis. You've been listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com. All righty. Thank you.
Thank you,
I
Stacey.
assume you did a good rap.
I did.
Okay, good.
I mean, it was fine. It was awesome.